know the outcome.
When things seem the most dire, what uplifts you is your sense of tomorrow, your sense of optimism.
Tonight, Madison's Greek community gathers for an annual festival. How the celebration helps them cope with an economic crisis still unresolved in Greece.
27 News at 10 starts now.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Jennifer Cleese. Negotiations are expected to begin again this week over a third economic bailout for Greece. The Greek economy has been in recession for about 5 years now. The country has already gotten two sums of bailout money from the European Central Bank, International Monetary Fund, and the European Commission. Now, lawmakers this week will again hold talks with those creditors. Greece is asking for another $95 billion in bailout funds over the next 3 years. But the creditors want Greece to agree to a new set of austerity measures in exchange for the money.
What Greece has to do is to reform its entire institutions, its entire economy. And that is what makes it so problematic, so traumatic for the people living there. And that also means we don't really know how all of this will end.
Political science professor F. Peter Wagner says the Greek government has agreed to new austerity measures, but he's skeptical they can be fully implemented. He says he doesn't think a Greek economic collapse would have much impact on the American economy, but says it could leave Greece open to political influence from nearby Russia and Turkey. So he thinks the United States would want a deal between Greece and its creditors to work out. Members of the Greek American community here in Madison have been following this crisis closely. Pete Zervakis spoke with them today about the current mood there and what might come next.
At the Assumption Church's annual Greek Fest, the music is as loud as ever. The dancing lively. That's in contrast to the Greek economy.
My wife's parents and family is there, so a lot of friends.
Vasilis Kirvasilis and his family moved to the U.S. roughly 2 years ago. He says his family members in Greece remain worried about the economic crisis there, which makes budgeting a challenge.
People in general don't know what to expect anymore. Like, that's probably the hardest thing. Like, you can't really plan ahead.
But those in Greece and their relatives here in the United States say they have a simple way to cope with all the stress of the economic crisis. They dance.
The one thing that the Greek people don't have a lack of is optimism. Opa!
John Vardalis says that sense of optimism, these celebrations, are needed now more than ever.
The situation in Greece, although dire economically, spiritually, we still have the Greek spirit. It's alive and well, and you can see it here in America.
Vasilis says the music is a welcome distraction from the economic turmoil back home.
It is something that at least takes your mind away from like all the problems and the economic stuff that's going on.
All the while, he and others with ties to Greece wait and hope a solution to the economic crisis comes soon. In Madison, Pete Zervakis, 27 News.
Greek leaders and international creditors were supposed to begin talks Friday, but that was pushed back because of logistical details like security. According to Bloomberg News, it's possible the two sides could agree to a short-term loan, delaying negotiations on a broader bailout deal.